abato commission adwuma no abomotan ya woni civil society organizations awdom na se ekuhudu man kan mu sabase bibi koso anempo ya ba beto aba wo motai etro madwene echese we na beboam amakan ya abato na somdua bamu na afensuru nyina akoyo man kan mpuntu nso ebetimi afa ne tuma pefa no abato commission panifo no adwuma form women mu akwakohyiam amwokyem say civil society organizations awdom ya ebro makoma ko aduonum eye 50 anono mu kohia yem na ebra mu ehyiam no ana panimpa wata abato commission adwuma na no ya ma me Mensa wadi atu edwasam wadi hunu sa oman ya ba ye betuim ene aba edie ne mawdo ye beto a ansa na kopon aba bebu aten no ade ba kopa ne ensusie osunsa sakoba se Ghana fo nyinatam yaje tum ne ade hoto so ne mpo parliamentarian semra se oja foim wo mu so mpaji tum ne ajam ya ba so mra yatumi aso mram na eye adwuma eno ana betimi eye ntokwasam mentemi wase koka e ma bonse kantwem atanye ne mpo atwa kwaso ewe abato emu osunsa eno ene ade betimi abuam ama etotimi atwam wasese akobase ba beto abam na se obibia kuta Ghana card dia ene wobi ka wase eya simple emre kwadi mansa nipa no evesase akosalanse ye twa ye dim ne atumi enya voters ID card ye bedia so ede ato abana ukuta Ghana card eno no ebeye ize kwadi mansa nipa no ama ntempo ko janle ba ye betwa ne din ama asundwoma petumi aba na emum se akobasa no eni ho ne aye ne se enipa we magina ma wei ebasa beye mansotwem eni apotwe ewo ho ebasa mpanto kwatumi si sadia nansa yada ekoba asiasi vote transfer media ahana mewo enka ne mto aba ewo ananso se sadia di akoya na wasa mitimi mi vote no efa ko bia me susu se meto aba no betimi aboa me ebia sabia na bebe me sanioma ekoso nansia no ene samba kaya awutu se na isabato mpasia ya no ewo mfimfim mantam so ekoba samra sebadwanim ya wo sabato mpasia ne so ya ma me mevi se wakumsin wono ani ba ma ba ko enipa bi won sekan ema kanyame nko a enkoto ne nanum ewo nsiado enti sanioma wanyina no ana ma me Mensa ya ya pani oda bato komisa anonom wadi nsusia basem edifi na ekwamum yanyi ntum esanka Ghana card nko kutabia na bibia no etimi abuam amenum nyina kwantantantantantam etumi ediama ya bato mum de ntia ya ma me Mensa ka we no de to parliament anim say sensusia omunyi ntum nanka eja bibia nko yem ya so mra mane ya pete na eja de adwuma ene bebom ya bato mum ntokwasam eto atumi atwamum yankwai na ne nsem okan mum yankotie bi.
We have just concluded, as I mentioned, the transfer of votes and the proxy exercise, and it also went fairly well. We did observe some unrest and some conflicts in some of the, in some of the centers. Thankfully, no lives were lost, and we do hope that the conflicts around the guarantor system, which leads to, parties challenging their opponents because they come to the stations, they bus people to the stations, and they come using the door of the guarantor system. We hope that in the future, Parliament would be in agreement with the EC's proposal to make the Ghana card the sole document for identification. But as said, that would have to be after 2024.
Ebusia ye mami amotene nkan wono ni panimpa ya oman kan ya bato munsam ene abato adwuma no oda no yeso ema bibia akwa kama na ye mami Mensa ka sawie yape no enam sa civil society organizations awdo meche kudo mo choma dwene e wo man kan abato ne mpontomum dodo na akọ bintene nam so ema national coordinator ya wata ekwemu baako ano eye coalition of domestic election observers ye twenta fence kodeo ye wura Albert Kofi Ahen wono so ejemra kasa ye ni nsama odi tu dwanyinata ene se ene de abato komisa ma me eka no ade baako akodeo fanso de to manim sa womomadi ansa ya somdua ye wo kakra ne ye ba beto bia nipa binom ye nsem bebre ye nneoma emebe wiase asomdua na akama sa ate ato fam no ewo promotion wo de ubonom woma na enkosoro na enkontentem pasa de beye na koka koso awe abato mesa ya asomdua no eno nso eto betime atwa.
If the EC has now opened its doors to everybody, and especially with the CSOs, we are going to tell the story together with the EC, and we would have to educate the people. I have a feeling that we need to be very careful this year because of the nature of the election that we're going to have. Why? Because tensions are very high. The economic situation in the country sometimes is dicey. People are desperate. So we need to educate the people about peace. The emphasis in this particular election this year should be about peace. How we should be able to convince people to go and vote peacefully. If the EC has now opened its doors to everybody, and especially with the CSOs, we are going to tell the story together with the EC, and we would have to educate the people. I have a feeling that we need to be very careful this year because of the nature of the election that we're going to have. Why? Because tensions are very high. The economic situation in the country sometimes is dicey. People are desperate. So we need to educate the people about peace. The emphasis in this particular election this year should be about peace. How we should be able to convince people to go and vote peacefully.
Ebusan Mensa openia wonu ya national coordinator Emma Ekuro ba ko nso court of media CBM eye coalition of domestic election observers ye 20 offense kodeo yewa Albert Kofi Anaim ena motene kan ene e baba to mu nsam dia Ghana nso ye tra ye yem ye woni o ma bene pa ye ya o ma fe wo mani etisa abo kontomfi ye abato bi e be koso bi adanom wadi wani edi akirem ebra ya sha ase abobo ye hom ebra ye gusa ya to oba ne bempa ye beto bewiem na ya be bo results so am ye ho de wadi nkrum de wadi ntwo na Ghana ya ko enim no wo mun so eye komdo mani edi akirem emu ba ko ene care for free and fair elections na opani kwanta for tano esa executive director yera David Kumi Ado Sabraim yena no ma so ntinsema ya ma mi tu twaim yenko ni yan ni kodi mu nkomo wapani kase so atian ka kra fam sini ya mo akwa ba
mejo menya
ya dia tumna bibia bokodi am dia ya ma mi tie Mensa wo kanisa ya awase nya dia ne siso se so document ade ba ko a ebebo am ya batom ntokwasa mentem wasem etimi abrasie enisa yebema Ghana card aye bibia e ya batom nsem emu asema ma media to twai wo ni san
meda celebrate mechia wechia motie for nyina. I think say it is not a bad idea because normally no near witness or Ghana han say ikra cards bebre ID cards bebre near different sa ID cards no handling ne e hon keka hono na e hard drink akra ma near a bit difficult because I think I should share the appropriate ID card there bibi and into no say o mine no gidi say nya one ID card na e wo one unique number to an individual maybe to me my bibia e be identify on pako say oye Ghana ni na nimpie na edi say I think say it's a very good one and yet bad also say you be useful in identifying Ghanaians say you be to register only Ghanaians na yankonya ECOWAS register to say say catching in the 2020 registration exercise now. So it is also not a bad idea. Where I have a challenge, I say as we speak, Radiati and they, NIA into me be omujuma emanin CP. Nkofo bebre any ID card no. And niamike me evidence the Electoral Commission itself. Because people say last year limited voters registration exercise and then they require district level elections no ye be say jumane Electoral Commission and kasa beka chair and say electorates and answer omo ba say omba be register 60% and over on the guarantor system and a buy. So this tells us say these individuals no only Ghana card no be. Now, Constitution, no Article 42 of the 1992 Constitution, they can say, and said the BRC will be a wedding 18. I want Najumo down fire or person or two abano, but the BR ain't seen no wine. And to me, and for card insist on the back on wine, come on to about a woman. And into no, the Electoral Commission, they can say, only a buying and cassa. Senator, and I bit me a bit Jumano Amanesipi. So there court registration exercise now. We wouldn't have anybody only Ghana card or person or participating in national elections are own to me. And no samo ye Electoral Commission and the join. because we are an institution you believe in voting rights, and everybody who is about 18 and above and wants to participate in national elections, nothing should prevent that person from participating.
Yura Ado and Pastor Wakan and Kanwan and Kami Baby Sawi. Would a young man says, Obi on my ID card in Punamia Diadom, Nensa can be. Name Cardino Aira. Yasis okay replacement, I don't know. Use out Jessica, Scansum Ponas Kaktua. Wabokra make and sky when it be. And Obonsum Pona said, okay, ye. Cardi Crack register and Sarcasm and Sabaka. Naya Maminim when Yinata, no sign add down one body than so quite typical who no banner for Babisa. Nanya Buapayabin Washada, Yawayasa.
Well, we want to take it as a agenda, but Dina on consider and answer she has not averted her mind to the challenges that the NIA LCC, any Ghana for LCC with operations of the NIA currently. So says our proposal no call parliament now. You better examine that proposal. Me I should say indeed see Ghana card the sole source of identity and the source document for registration and ha say ebema ebinum to abana say ebe hadia enya dia yebepene amasa de manakum because yembe pese Electoral Commission day decision be about the disenfranchised obi which is against the 1992 constitution and they all kind of NIA and then go for be register almost uncommon card so even obi okita sika replacement cry and also assembly. So if all those bottlenecks have not been resolved, we cannot admit what the Electoral Commission is telling us today.
Sana yebejawo amwa krono yemfa we enya okwan e wono mu call said media Electoral Commission ye ebiase e kodefo wo mo so chasa Electoral Commission won hwe niam media say promotion for peace asumdwe ho no yebetimi ayire mu sade yebeye na abato betimi akoye sanya afi wo mpa na nsa afi a edidi ene mabeto abawo Ghana hanum sei de bia da yakasa fa asumdwe ho de bia da yamada ro fa asumdwe na nso so enya dia boss na bibia pai be wiase no enipa nwa na moja agu ensemo mu kan yebetimi dia no aka ne self sampanfo sa so do ano tonura ebi enwo ede na osu so se etimi ya sade be ya asumdwe ya yeka wasemi yebetimi amano agina.
You may have said once could you a very credible and respectable civil society or member, and until when they are talking about peace, they have followed elections for a long time, so Ghanaians have a great deal of respect for that organization. I am happy baby almost directed almost seminar akono because transparency, fairness, and the freeness of elections energy and tokwa element wasi efiho and no the responsibility of the Electoral Commission, and if they are asking the Electoral Commission to ensure say you've been maintaining the peace we are enjoying now, I think it's in the right direction. But you see, it must not be left just as say katakeke. We must go beyond that and add actions to our words, because a very, very important say yena ye be fam say yasudie say ye be boy asundie ho ban. And yes sir, yeni asundie there will not be any opportunity for me to be talking to you today. Obian to me nko na djuma so asundie mu ene awon keka ho. So yen nyina nia say ye no, we must ensure Electoral Commission, the onus lies on the Electoral Commission to ensure say bibia obeye bia no there is inclusivity. All the key stakeholders are involved. Obia akasa na se yina ya te ahwase na se ye de benkoko yenima. There is no need say yebenya even security amuko to akese our registration centers and polling centers I share adwin akwakoto aba. They decided they are SODSO. So for me, yes, it is good. It starts from talking. Then it will move from just mere talking to action. Sinebeya obia be hu say ampa ade aye no yinina ye pasomwe. So yes, so we need to more than danger. The mienu sum fidia, mienu na nam so no more. And when things happen in that particular manner in this election, I can assure you that we can have our peace intact and all of us will be laughing to the bank after the end of the election.
Yo, any yera David Kome Ado, Yanwase, na